Hello children. Today we are going to do poetic devices. Now what do you mean by poetic devices? Poetic devices are tools that a poet uses to create rhythm, to enhance a poem's meaning, to intensify the mood or feeling in the poem. So these devices actually they put the poem together. They are like ornaments. As we use ornaments to intensify, to enhance the beauty. Similarly, poetic devices are used to augment the beauty of the poem. As you can see, they are tools that a poet can use to create a rhythm, enhance a poem's meaning, or intensify a mood or feeling. Now, we are going to discuss today some common poetic devices. Now, let me start with alliteration. Now, what do you mean by alliteration? Alliteration can be defined as the noticeable repetition of same first consonant sounds in close syllables within a group of words. Here I would like to point out, I will give an example to you. Some boys shook their head. Now, in close proximity, we are getting two words beginning with the letter S, some and shook. Is it an alliteration? No, definitely not. Why? Because in same the sound that we get is s sound, and in shake the sound that shook that the sound that we get is sh. So it cannot be an alliteration. So the reason why I gave this example is you should know that it is the sound that matters. As you can see over here, fast and furious. In both, we are getting the first sound in close proximity, so it is an alliteration. In the second example, Peter, Piper, picked, peck, pickled peppers. We get the per sound in all these words, so we get an alliteration of per sound. Next, very important, simile. Simile is a comparison between the figure of speech of comparison between two things or persons by using the word like and as. So it is very obvious, it is very explicit when the comparison is made by using the word like and as, it is a simile. See the example over here. The bride hath paced into the hall. Red as a rose is she. Here the bride is compared with rose by using the word as. So it is a simile. Now let us come to another figure of speech of comparison, that is metaphor. Now in metaphor also you get a comparison between two unlike things, two things that doesn't have any resemblance, but in this the comparison is implicit, it is running within. You won't know words like and as are used. Let us come to the example, very common example, an emotional roller coaster. So what do you mean by emotional? That means multiple emotions, the ups and downs of emotions are being compared to the ups and downs while a person rides on a roller coaster. So you get into a series of highs and lows when you are in a roller coaster. Similarly, your emotions also takes into highs and lows. So that is the comparison that we get over here. And now let us come to the next one, transferred epithet. Now what do you mean by transferred epithet? Transferred epithet, it is an adjective that is used with a noun and refers to another noun. I'll give you one example. Like over here, pursuing stick. Okay, now is the stick pursuing? No, the stick is not pursuing. Here what we get is that the person who is carrying the stick, that person is pursuing. So see how the adjective has been transferred from the person pursuing to the stick. This is what you call as transferred epithet. Next, we come to oxymoron. Oxymoron are when two contradictory ideas are put together side by side in a sentence. Like you have in this, see, very the best thing. See, why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing, first create, oh heavy lightness, serious vanity. See the words. Anything, nothing. Brawling, love. Loving, hate. See, so opposite ideas contradict a heavy lightness. So opposite ideas have been put together. Now, so that is called as oxymoron. Now let us come to the next one. Next one is personification. Now, what do you mean by personification? Personification is a poetic device in which an animal or an idea is given, or a thing also is given human characteristics. Okay, like you see over here, young trees sprinting. Can trees sprint? No. But who can sprint? Humans can sprint. Animals can sprint. So this idea of sprinting has been, this quality of sprinting, a human attribute, has been given to the trees. Antithesis. Antithesis literally means opposite. And again, in this, two opposite ideas are placed side by side, juxtaposed to achieve a contrasting effect. Man proposes, God disposes. Okay, so see, man proposes, two ideas are there. Man proposes things, God has his own plans, God disposes. So here, as I said, two opposite ideas, when they are put together side by side, they are called antithesis. Now, rhyme, very important. Any poem that we do, the first thing that we try to find that what is the rhyme scheme of the poem. How do you find the rhyme scheme? And what is rhyme? Rhyme is a repetition of words having the same sound at the end of the line in the poems. Obviously it gives music to the poem, and that is what differentiates actually a poem from a prose. In prose, you don't get rhymes. Rhymes you get only in poetry, in poems, and it gives a very pleasant effect to the poem. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. See, wall, fall, how it is rhyming. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. So this wool and full, it's rhyming. Wall and fall, again it's rhyming. So when the end words they rhyme, they are the same, they have the same sound, then it is called the rhyming words. Hyperbole. Now what do you mean by hyperbole? Hyperbole is a figure of speech in which the author exaggerates purposely. The author exaggerates to the extreme in order to give emphasis, to create an effect, maybe humor, maybe to add creativity. You see one example, a beautiful example is here. I love you, dear. I love you till China and Africa meet. Now, can you imagine China and Africa meeting? Not at all. So here, these two places. So this is the far-fetched imagination of the poet, exaggerated imagination of the poet. This is called as hyperbole. Hyperbole. Now, so these are the common ones. Now we are going to come to the poems one by one. Let me start with my mother at 66. Her face ashen like that of a corpse, worn pale as a late winter's moon. See, yes, simile, her face ashen like that of a corpse, worn pale as a late winter's